Hi ladies, I am here today to show you how to put on your jamberries. As you can see, I've already started a little bit, doing a couple run-throughs so that I know exactly how to do this, or exactly how to explain it, and which one looks better. So the first thing that I did is I went in the kitchen and I took some dish soap and I washed my hands real good and got all the oils off of my nails, or as much of them as I could. Then what you do is you take a buffer block and you buff your nails down and get some of that invisible cuticle off that nobody can really see, but it's still there and it still produces oil and it still makes your jams peel. So I buff up my nail and it creates a rough surface for the jamberry to cling to. It also gets rid of all that invisible cuticle. And then I take my cuticle pusher and I just make sure that there's no extra cuticle there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some alcohol or one of Jamberry's prep pads and you're going to wipe your nail down. You want to get all the little extra bits of cuticle off there and you want to make sure that it's pretty dry so that your jams will stick to it. So then I'm going to let that air dry. And I have already chosen my jamberry wraps, have them all cut out. I know what size I can put on my nails so that they fit correctly and aren't touching the skin in any way. So now I'm doing my middle finger right now. I'm going to cut one of the wraps in half and cut it off the sheet just because that's how I roll. Now I'm going to take my tweezers. I'm going to scooch down here so you can see my table and my nails. Excuse the peeling. I have kids. They destroy my stuff. So I'm getting the wrap off the plastic. I'm going to save the plastic because I always have some extra wrap when I cut it in half. Okay. And then I'm going to gently place my wrap on my nails. Now you'll notice that I didn't heat it up first. This is a cold application, so it makes it easier to, if I goof and don't put it on the center, I can just pop it up real fast and recenter it so that I know that it's not going to be touching any of my skin. Yeah. So then I'm going to take my cuticle pusher and I'm going to go from the back to the front with it. I'm going to just go right down the center of my nail. Oops. Then I'm going to, in a fan shape, go around my cuticle side of my nail, and then I'm going to go up to the top, and in that fan shape I'm going to do the top part. I've got arched nails on some of my nails. Some of them are pretty flat like this one here. On most of my nails though, they're pretty curved, so it helps to do it in that way so that I can make sure that I get a flat application so that it doesn't bubble on the sides. So I'm just going to rub that down real good, make sure that it's all stuck on there real good. Then I'm going to take my cuticle scissors and I'm going to cut the wrap so that it's a little bit longer than my actual nail itself. And then I take these, and these extra little slivers can actually be used to make custom French tips later on if you so choose. So I'm going to stick that back on a piece of plastic that I've already cut off. Okay, so now I've cut my nail wrap rather, and what I'm going to do is, you didn't notice probably, but I have my heater here and it was running this whole entire time. It's really quiet, which is good because my son's sleeping right now. It's the only way I get to put on my jams. And I heat it up for about 10 seconds or so. And then my cuticle stick goes back into play and I get that all rubbed down. Rub. Because the adhesive is rub and heat activated. It sticks better when you heat it a couple of times and you rub a lot. It's almost like the more you rub, the better the seal. Okay, so now I've got it on my middle finger. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this baggie over it. And you tighten that up as tight as you can get it so that it's flat on there. Real tight up against that nail wrap. And what that does is it holds the whole entire nail wrap down while you heat it. So it's kind of like pressing and heating at the same time. And you heat it for another 10 seconds or so. Okay. Sometimes less. Now you'll notice that it kind of curled over my nail, but that's okay because that's what the nail file's for. And this makes sure that I get a really good fit and a really good seal. And rub, 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 rub. Okay, so now I've got that wrap on there, but I can't file it off yet because the adhesive's still real soft, so I don't want to take my nail file and get to that yet. So I'm gonna size up my index finger here. Now you'll notice that this wrap is a little bit too big for my index finger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it out just like I did the other one. But what I do is I resize it to fit my nail. So I just gotta cut off a little bit on the edges so that it fits right. And then I, oops. Take the wrap and size it. Yeah, maybe, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so take my tweezers again. Peel it off the plastic. Now again, I'm going to save this plastic so that I can put my tip back on there. Get it good and centered. Oh. I almost made a boo-boo. I gotta alcohol that. I might as well do my thumb too while I'm at it. Okay, now sometimes, if you want to, I miss a lot, so I don't usually do this, but you take your wrap and you hold it in front until it gets nice and soft of your heater. But like I said, I don't usually do that because I goof a lot and I don't want the adhesive to get overly sticky before I'm ready. So there we go. That one's going to fit real nice now that I've trimmed it. So again, I'm going to take my cuticle pusher, go right down the center of that one, then down to the base of my nail, get it all pushed in there real good, and then up to the top. Fan shape. Okay, then I'm going to cut it to fit my nail again. Be real careful so that it doesn't fall on my table or get caught. It's just dangling here, so I'm going to put it on that plastic sheeting. Set it over there with my other ones. Okay, and then I'm going to heat it up again. Make sure to keep that other one up so that it's not in the heat. I'm trying to get it to cool. I've read someplace where you can actually, if you're in a hurry, you get a little bag of frozen peas or something and you put it on top of the wrap to cool it off real fast. And then you can just go ahead and file it. But I've got a little bit of time since my son's sleeping and my daughter's at school. So I'm not in that big of a rush. Okay, so I heated that and rubbed that on there. Get my baggie again. Make sure that it's real good and tight, especially along the tip, because that's another piece that you've really got to seal down because, at least for me, I use my nails for opening sodas, you know, scratching whatever, petting the dog, etc. And I don't want dog hair or anything underneath my jamberries because that's gross. So here I go. Got it all heated up, rubbing it down. Okay. Now, this nail should be cool enough. Usually I do my whole entire hand and then I file them all down. But once it gets all filed, now Jamberry instructions say to go straight down like this. But like I was just saying, I use my nails for tools. So since I garden, I open sodas with my fingernails, etc. I file mine at a 45-degree angle. It leaves a little bit of the fingernail showing at the tip, but you can't really tell unless you look real close. It kind of goes along with making sure that it doesn't touch the edges of your fingernails. So I'm just going to file off all that excess wrap. Make sure that it's good. And this kind of, it shapes your nail and stuff, so make sure that it's short. And you don't want to go side to side like that because it will cause the wrap to buckle. You just want to make sure that you're going down and pulling that wrap along with it. So now I've got that done. This one should be cool enough too, so I'm going to go ahead and file that one down. You'll notice that it just kind of rolls up and off. I mean, there's just a little bit of excess wrap there that came off of this one. Again, 45-degree angle, use my fingers for tools, and I do dishes and that kind of stuff, and I don't want the ends of the wraps to get all messy. So, there you go. Okay, so if you have any questions, go ahead and email me or find my page or whatever. I'm on Facebook. I've got an Instagram, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Happy jamming.